Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial video. In this video, I will walk you through the complete application form for the 10th Responsible BMO Awards, an initiative by the Foundation for MSME Clusters, also known as FMC. This year's theme is Digitally Empowered and Sustainable MSMEs. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what information is required in every section of this form and how to fill it correctly so your application is complete and ready for submission. Let's get started. Section 1. Understanding the award before you apply. Section 1.1. Thematic Area. Before filling the form, it's important to understand what this award is about. The Responsible BMO Awards recognize business membership organizations, or BMOs, that have shown outstanding work in three areas: innovation, social impact, and environmental responsibility. This year being the 10th edition, the focus theme is Digitally Empowered and Sustainable MSMEs, looking at how digital technology, green financing, and sustainable practices are helping MSMEs grow stronger. Section 1.2. Basic Instructions. Now, a few basic instructions before you begin. Number 1. You can either type this form or handwrite it, but if you handwrite it, please write legibly. Number 2, and make sure you fill in complete address details, district, state, and PIN code wherever asked. Number 3, this is very important. All achievements you mention, whether completed or ongoing, must fall within the period 1st April 2023 to 31st March 2026. Wherever a specific time period is required, it will be clearly mentioned in that section. Number 4, if your BMO submits more than one application form, only the one that reaches FMC first, either electronically or by post, will be considered. Number 5, FMC is not responsible for applications received after the deadline, so please make sure you submit on time. And number 6, the decision of the jury is final in all cases. Section 1.3, Whom to apply. Now, how and where do you submit this form? You need to submit one copy of the completed application, either in English or Hindi, in one of two ways. Option 1, by email as a soft copy to bmoawards@msmfoundation.org. Option 2, by post as a hard copy in a sealed envelope addressed to Mr. Vijaya Saradi Chadha, Foundation for MSME Clusters, USO House, USO Road, off Shahid Jeet Singh Marg, New Delhi 110067, India. If you have any queries, you can contact Mr. Vijaya Saradi Chadha at vijaya@msmefoundation.org. Eligibility. Who can apply? Section 1.4. Eligibility Criterion for Application. Now let's talk about eligibility, because this is something you must confirm before you even start filling the form. First, this award is only for BMOs based in India. A BMO typically has individual entrepreneurs, firms, other BMOs, and non-industry members, and it provides business development services to enhance their competitiveness. Second, your BMO can be registered as a society, a trust, a cooperative society, a Section 8 company, earlier known as Section 25 company, or a producer's company. Even informal, non-registered BMOs operating in India are eligible to apply. Third, the Chief Executive Officer, President, Chairperson, or any person holding an equivalent position in your BMO should not be a government official. Fourth, if FMC has any doubt about your BMO's status or the category you've applied under, they may ask you for additional information. And finally, here are the enterprise classification limits you should know, since they're referred to throughout the form. A micro-enterprise has investment up to 2.5 crore rupees and annual turnover up to 10 crore rupees. A small enterprise has investment up to 25 crore rupees and annual turnover up to 100 crore rupees. A medium enterprise has investment up to 125 crore rupees and annual turnover up to 500 crore rupees. And a large enterprise is any enterprise exceeding these limits, meaning it does not qualify as an MSME. Section 1.5. Eligibility Criteria for Award-Winning Activity. Now, eligibility for the actual award-winning activity. The award is given specifically for what's called a responsible activity, We'll explain this term in detail a little later. This activity must happen or continue to happen and show results during the period 1st April 2025 to 31st March 2026. However, and this is important, if your BMO started the activity before 1st April 2025 but it continued during this window, it is still eligible. But if the activity both started and got fully completed before 1st April 2025, it will not be eligible. Also, if your BMO has already won this award or a special jury award in any of the previous 9 editions for the same activity, you cannot apply again for that same activity. And one special edition this year, since this is the 10th edition, select BMOs that have shown significant environmental or social impact continuously sustained for 10 years will also be considered. If you're shortlisted in the second round, you may be asked for a detailed case study. Now that you understand the theme and eligibility, let's move to the actual application form. Application form. Please read this important note first. Incomplete forms are liable to be rejected or evaluated as they are. Do not change any entry parameter or format of the form, as this may lead to disqualification. Let's now go point by point. Section 2.1. Here, write the full and complete name of your BMO, exactly as it appears on your registration certificate. Do not use short forms or abbreviations. Point 2.2. Communication details of BMO. This section asks for your BMO's contact information. Under 2.2.1, write your complete address, including city or town or village, district, state, and PIN code. Under 2.2.2, provide your official email ID. Under 2.2.3, provide your website address if you have one. Under 2.2.4, tick yes or no. Was this website developed before March 31st, 2026? Under 2.2.5, tick yes or no. Is the website currently active? Please note, FMC will independently verify whether your website is active during evaluation, so make sure your answer is accurate. Under 2.2.6, provide the contact details of your nodal person. This is the main point of contact for your application. Give their full name, email address, and mobile number. Point 2.3, type and membership of BMO, Section 2.3. In Part A, tick the option that best describes the type or level of your BMO. The 6 options are Special Purpose Vehicle level, Industrial Area or Industrial Estate level, Cluster level, District level, State level, or Country level. If you're unsure which one applies to you, refer to Item 1.2 in Annex 1, which explains each level clearly. We'll cover that later in this video. In Part B, write the total number of members your BMO has. In Part C, break this number down by enterprise size. How many are large, medium, small, and micro members? In Part D, mention how many non-MSME members you have. Point 2.4, registration details of the BMO. In Part A, tick how your BMO is registered. Society, Trust, Cooperative Society, Company, Section 8 Company. Under the 2013 Act, Section 25. Company under the 1956 Act. Producers Company, or if none of these apply, tick any other and specify. In Part B, answer whether your BMO had an office as on 31st March 2026. If yes, also specify whether that office is on rented or leased premises or whether it is owned by the BMO. In Part C, answer whether your BMO had full-time paid employees or consultants as on 31st March 2026. If yes, mention the exact number. In Part D, answer whether your BMO had membership fee-based or equity-based members as on 31st March 2025. In Part E, mention the year of establishment of your BMO. Point 2.5, Quality Accreditations, Section 2.5. Here, tick yes or no for each of the following, as applicable on or before 31st March 2026. Part A. Has your BMO received BMO accreditation from NABET-QCI? Part B. Has your BMO received any national or international quality certification such as ISO certification? Part C. Has your BMO received any other form of accreditation or certification? If yes, please specify what it is. Please remember this important note. If you tick yes for any of these three, you must attach a copy of the valid accreditation or certificate. Without the attachment, this information will not be considered for the award. Point 2.6, 5 Responsible Activities, Section 2.6. This is where you list 5 responsible activities that your BMO implemented during the period 1st April 2023 to 31st March 2026 to promote responsible business. Some examples given in the form are energy and water conservation, waste management, tree plantation, solarization, green finance, occupational health and safety, skill development, awareness on government schemes, and community welfare initiatives. For each of the 5 activities, write the name of the activity and then tick the year or years in which it was carried out. You can choose from 3 periods: 1st April 2023 to 31st March 2024, 1st April 2024 to 31st March 2025, or 1st April 2025 to 31st March 2026. If an activity was done across multiple years, you may tick more than one box. Please note, a full suggestive list of responsible activities is available in Annex 2 of this form, which we'll cover shortly. Also, out of these 5 activities, only one should be selected to be described in detail later in Point 2.9. Point 2.7, 5 Paid Services, Section 2.7. Now list 5 paid services your BMO provided to members or non-members during 1st April 2023 to 31st March 2026. For each service, write the name of the service, then tick yes or no. Was part or full expense of this activity covered through fees charged from participants? And then tick the year or years in which the service was provided. Remember, a paid service is simply one where some or all of the cost was recovered through a participation fee. And here's something important. A responsible activity you already listed in Point 2.6 can also count as a paid service and can be repeated here in this table too. For suggestive examples of paid services, refer to Annex 3, which we'll also cover shortly. Point 2.8, Government Schemes and External Support. Part A asks you to mention up to 3 schemes of the Union, State, or Union Territory Government of India that your BMO availed during 1st April 2023 to 31st March 2026. Part B asks you to mention up to 3 programs or support availed from national or international organizations or companies during the same period. Simply write the names in the spaces provided. You don't need more than 3 for each. Point 2.9, Detailed description of the responsible activity. This is the most detailed and important part of the form because this is the specific activity that will actually be considered for the award. It's recommended that you select one activity from the 5 you listed earlier in Point 2.6. Let's go through each row. Row A, write the name of the activity. Row B1, tick. Whether this activity is environmental or social in nature. If you need guidance on what falls under each category, refer to Annex 2. Row B2, tick yes or no. Did this same activity receive an award in any previous BMO award by FMC? Row C, tick the nature of the activity. Advocacy, workshop or seminar or camp or exposure visit, training, services, infrastructure, or any other, and if it's any other, please describe it. Row D, tick how frequently the activity was done during 2025 to 26. Continuously throughout the year, more than twice a year, or every 2 months, more than once a year, or once a month, only once in the entire year, or none of the above. Row E, mention the month and year when this activity started its operation. Row F, tick yes or no. Was the activity being implemented during the year 2025 to 26? Row G, in 25 words or less, explain how the activity helped the members of your BMO. Row H, tick yes or no. Did the activity help non-members of the BMO? If yes, explain in 25 words or less how it helped them and who these non-members are. Row I, tick yes or no. Did the activity help the local community? If yes, explain how and who these non-members or community members are. Row J, tick yes or no. Do you consider this activity innovative? If yes, explain how it is innovative. Take your time on this section since this is what the jury will primarily evaluate. Point 2.10. Innovative activities by members. Here, name up to 3 innovative responsible activities that have been adopted by any, some, or many of your individual members, not by the BMO itself, but by the member businesses. Examples given in the form include a cluster-level digital marketplace, a shared rooftop solar program, a carbon footprint calculator for MSMEs, an industrial waste-to-resource exchange, a shared cybersecurity help desk, a green financing facilitation desk, or a water reuse and recycling network. Simply write up to 3 such examples in the space provided. Point 2.11. Declaration. This is the final and mandatory declaration section. Read through the declaration points carefully. They cover confirming the accuracy of your information, confirming there's no pending legal case against the BMO or its office bearers, agreeing to surrender the award if information is later found incorrect, agreeing to share supporting documents if asked, giving permission for FMC to publish your case study including photos or videos, confirming no political or religious affiliation, allowing the jury to correct technical errors in ticking boxes for questions 2.3 and 2.9b, and finally agreeing to accept the jury's decision as final. Once you've read and agreed to all these points, this section must be signed and sealed by the BMO president or another authorized office bearer, along with the place and date. There is also a special declaration, Part B, which applies only if your BMO created a special purpose vehicle, or SPV, to implement the activity described in point 2.9. If that's the case, this separate declaration must be filled in, certifying that the BMO gave rise to the SPV and played a major role in its success, and that the BMO has no objection to being awarded for the SPV's achievements during the specified period. This also needs to be signed and sealed. If you did not create an SPV, you can skip this part. B. Understanding the annexes. Now let's quickly go through the 3 annexes which provide guidance to help you fill the form correctly. Section 1.1. Annex 1 gives you a quick reference table explaining what's expected in each major question. For example, that the BMO's name should match its registration certificate, or that membership numbers should be reported as figures, not descriptions. Section 1.2, Level of BMO. It also explains the level of BMO in more detail. A national-level BMO has members from more than 1 state of India. A state-level BMO has members from more than 1 district within a state or union territory. And a district, cluster, SPV, or industrial area-level BMO has members from only 1 district or an even smaller area within a district. Annex 1 also repeats the eligibility criteria for the award-winning activity, which we already covered earlier in this video. Annex 2, Role of BMOs in promoting responsible activities. This annex gives you 2 themes to help you classify and think of ideas for your responsible activities. Theme 1 is social and includes decent and safe work environment, labor rights, equal pay without gender discrimination, gender equality, employment, occupational health and safety training, government scheme awareness and facilitation, and skill development and capacity building programs. Theme 2 is environmental and includes saving energy, saving water, saving natural resources, saving biodiversity, promoting circular economy, improved sanitation, promoting sustainable consumption, and promoting green financing linkage. Use this list as inspiration when filling points 2.6 and 2.9 of the form. Finally, Annex 3 gives suggestive examples of paid services, which is useful for point 2.7 of the form. These include getting rental income by providing machinery or equipment owned by the BMO, getting rental income from space owned by the BMO, organizing buyer-seller meets, common purchase of raw materials, providing paid expert services to MSMEs, promoting business-oriented common facility centers, workshops, training, or advocacy, even if not related to responsible production, and any other paid service not listed here. And remember, as mentioned earlier, an activity from point 2.6 can also be listed again here in point 2.7 if it was a paid service. And that completes our walkthrough of the 10th Responsible BMO Awards application form. To summarize, make sure you check your eligibility first, fill in your BMO's details accurately, list your 5 responsible activities and 5 paid services, describe your chosen responsible activity in detail in point 2.9, and don't forget to sign and seal the declaration at the end. Submit your completed form either by email to bmoawards@msmefoundation.org or by post to the Foundation for MSME Clusters office in New Delhi before the deadline. For any queries, reach out to Mr. Vijaya Saradi Chadha at vijaya@msmefoundation.org. Thank you for watching, and best of luck with your application for the 10th Responsible BMO Awards.